Hey guys, welcome to the Easy Finance channel, where today we're going to be talking a little bit about how to save money, especially at a younger age. So now this video is mostly targeted to people that are, I would say, less than 21 years old, that just got their first job, that's probably getting an allowance from mom and dad. And this video is actually catered to you. So again, I welcome everyone to the Easy Finance channel, and I also thank you guys for actually tuning in. So now we're going to talk a little bit about, saving money, especially, as I mentioned, for the young adult that just come into age, got their first job, receiving an allowance, from mom and dad, or even probably got some money from grandparents, whatever the case might be, or even inherited a little bit of money. Now, you probably got your first job and you're thinking, you know what, I'm making some money. What do I do with this money? A lot of you, especially I've been in that case a few years ago, where, the first thing that kind of came to my mind was like, okay, you know what? I'm making actually some money. I'm probably going to blow it, go to the movies, get some outfits, shoes, whatever the case might be. And listen, I don't blame you. I mean, literally, that's like, I wouldn't expect you to do anything else. But if you really want to kind of set yourself apart from the norm or put yourself in a better position compared to all your peers, one thing that could definitely set you aside from everybody else is to save. I know, yeah, you're probably thinking like, oh my gosh, why do I gotta save money? I have mom and dad here. They're paying for everything. Yeah, why? Put it like this. If I'm saving $1, someone else is giving me $1. Added interest to $2 right now, your money will be growing faster compared to someone that, okay, you know what, 30 years from now, by the time I graduate, sure, I'm gonna inherit 100,000, 200,000. Yeah, but imagine, you could be substantially richer compared to your peer who's just like, okay, I just inherited 100,000. While compared to you, not only are you going to inherit this money or, make this money, but you already had a savings account that kind of like, that you've been collecting for many years that's going to help you set apart. That being said, this video, I'm just basically going to talk to you guys a little bit about the different steps you could take to actually, start saving your money right now. Compared to later on while waiting for that perfect time, whether that's after college, when you get your first job, whatever the case might be. So a couple of tips I'm definitely going to basically share with you guys, especially for the younger adults. For the current, I would say, whether it's like the baby boomers, millennials currently working, I don't know if you know this, but actually more than a quarter of them don't even have $1,000 saved in their bank account. Which means that whatever accidents happen, whether it's, like a car accident, plane, whatever the case might be, they don't even have $1,000 to save or to even spend or fund whatever account that they have, comparison to, you guys at a younger age that are coming up, where that's why we're advising you at a younger age as far as save your money. Now, I'm not saying don't buy clothes, don't buy shoes. No, the whole point is if you're basically making $10, you should be able to save at least 20 to 30 or even 50% of your money. Because one, majority of you guys are still at home. Your mom and pops pay for everything. You really don't have any big expenses. And trust me, you're going to learn about expenses pretty soon. I promise you that when you have to pay your rent and it's costing you an arm and a leg, especially in a city like New York or Florida. So again, you guys should be taking advantage of this. Save your money. Put aside at least 20 to 30% of whatever money that you're making. Do not touch it. And for some, yeah, you could probably put in a savings account. And for some, you've come to that age where, one, you're eligible to start investing in the stock market or whatever that you feel like it's necessary to start investing in. But at least have some money saved in your bank account for that day-to-day activity or for that emergency. So for you young adults, I'm not necessarily going to say that we need to actually, compared to adults, I'm going to say, hey, we need to have 3 to 6 months of expenses, since you guys don't have that much expenses. And it could be easily like, okay, you're only in charge of paying your phone. But I would definitely recommend that moving on forward, let's say from the time that you're 16 all the way to your adulthood, at least be able to save 20% or more of your income. Now, what does that mean? Every time that you get your paycheck, try to make sure that at least 20% or more goes directly into a savings account or investment account, whatever the case might be for you guys. But that money should be going aside. It's always best to kind of give every penny a specific transaction. You take 20%, I don't want to see it, I don't want to look at it, it just disappears from your life. That money is technically, quote, unquote, not yours. You put it to the savings account or investment account, whatever the case might be. You put it to the side. I don't see it. I don't touch it. And this is only for emergencies, or if we need to do a big expense, whether that's purchasing a car, whatever the case might be. But at least we have some money saved up from now all the way to your adulthood. Now, I promise you, you will thank me later if you start this practice now. Because what I'm telling you now, majority of adults is actually struggling with the fact to even save $1,000. Now imagine your next door neighbor, your cousin, your brother, whatever, could literally be one of those that statistic that can't even save $1,000. You know what that looks like? Not being able to put down to purchase money for a car. Bad credit, stanky relationship, because guess what? You can't even take her out to a nice dinner. You don't have money saved. I mean, literally, you're probably going to be single for the next 30 years. But what I'm trying to tell you is, just take this recommendation, put some money aside, and save for that rainy day. It may not come tomorrow. It may not be 3 months from now, 4 months from now, 6 months from now, whatever the case might be. But at least we're taking some money now and, take advantage of the time also that you have. You're 16, you're 15, some of you might even be 14. Like, I really don't know. But the case is, start saving your money now. Again, I'm not telling you don't buy, outfits, whatever. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is put at least 20% of your income or more towards a savings account, investment account. Just let it grow. Don't touch it. Now, the day that you might need to do it, of course, it is your money. That's what you were saving for. But take advantage of that. Don't wait until later. Don't think that, oh my gosh, everything's good right now. My mom's alive, my dad's alive, everybody's making money. I don't need to worry about this. I promise you, you won't regret by saving money starting now. And again, this money could definitely be used, for example, for that camping trip that you wanted to take, or that trip to Europe that, hey, listen, you know what? Maybe my parents don't have the money now because they're kind of tight with other expenses. That could be used for the trip like that. Or let's say, you're part of like a team where you have to travel to a different city for a game, whatever the case is. You're just being responsible. You're already basically showing to your parents that, hey, I've been responsible. Every time I was making money, I was saving a little bit out of that money and put it in a savings account. You won't regret it, guys. That I promise you. You will not regret this step. Again, take at least 20% or more, put it aside, and then just let the money grow. And the day that you have that emergency, and you're going to go back and think to yourself, man, I did listen to him and it did really pay off. But again, I thank you guys for actually just tuning in. On a weekly basis, I'm going to be able to kind of provide similar content for you guys. Everything that I do find that will basically be useful, I'll be sharing with you guys. But again, thank you for tuning in. If you want to watch the next video on a couple of different tips as far as how to actually save, the different methods to save, the different tools to utilize, and also the different topics regarding investment, whatever the case might be, just click the next link as you see up here. But aside from that, thank you guys for tuning in, and see you next time.